Okay, it's Monday, April 21st. I'm buying some SPY 525 puts here at 1088. This is on the breakdown of bar number one. It definitely gapped down and then was going to come to the pre-market lows. That was the inflection point. I watched it closely on the 1 minute chart here, to see if we were just going to kind of take those out and then have a big reversal to the upside. And I'll show you in a minute why the context is still in play for a potential reversal. But if not, we could be heading a lot lower as well. So given the fact we've tried twice here, you can see after it hit those pre-market lows to kind of reverse up, but then it won't do it. And now we're breaking down on bar number two. That's kind of the sign to me that for the moment we're heading lower. Obviously, we'll see if we hold the midpoint of that first bar as our stop and continue lower. The context here is let's go to the weekly chart first. Inside weekly bar, that means we come down. If we don't reverse from here and come back up to the midpoint of that bar, then we're coming all the way down all week long to those lows, that were set a few weeks ago. However, we still are in this big green bar that I've been discussing for a while. Once I see failures up top, I expect things to move lower. That's what happened here. And if I see failures down below to reach targets, then I'm getting ready for buys to the upside down at the bottom of this range. But given the fact we didn't immediately reverse here, it looks like at least we're heading down to here, the 509 area, let's call it. That's still a nice way to go, like 10 points lower here, if we zoom it out. So since we could be heading down to this area down in here before we could really look for failure. So at the moment, it looks like we're heading lower for sure, and the reference point is going to be the open of the week here. This open, as long as we stay below there, then we continue our downward bias. But we do know that in the big picture, we could be failing down here at some point and starting up. So we'll look for that as well. But in the meantime, this weekly chart is definitely inside bar breaking to the downside with some targets below. And we'll just see how price action unfolds here now. Intraday structure, hopefully one push down, pause, second push down, with a lot of room to run to the downside before it might possibly reverse higher.